Every other Town Hall since 7 has gotten a new hero, so why would Town Hall 15 be any exception? Well, I don't know, it might be. But we'll talk about that later. So this is my idea for a new hero. The Wizard Lord is to a wizard what the Barbarian King is to a barbarian. Basically an upgraded version of a wizard. So because he's an upgraded version of the wizard, he doesn't have to pause in between his attacks. He has a constant flamethrower just shooting out of his hands at buildings. His attack looks something like Amber from Brawl Stars. She basically has a constant stream of attack. Every single troop in the game so far attacks every second or every 2 seconds, but the Wizard Lord is going to have a constant flamethrower coming out of his hands as long as he's targeting a building. He'll take a pause to move to another building or wall and start attacking, but once he starts attacking, he's not going to stop, of course, unless he gets frozen or something. But what's really cool about his attack is that it will go through buildings and hit things behind his target, similar to the bowler, how the bowler bounces and hits buildings behind his initial target. So the targeting range of the Wizard Lord is going to be short, maybe 2 or 3 tiles, but his attack will reach 5 or 6 tiles further than his initial target. So if there are 2 or 3 buildings lined up, he could hit all 3 of them at the same time, doing the same damage to all of them. So because he will do damage to buildings behind his target, when he's trying to get through a wall, he'll actually be hitting any buildings 5 or 6 tiles behind that wall that he wouldn't actually be able to reach from 5 or 6 tiles away. But the thing about the Clash of Clans UI is troops aren't that smart, so he won't really be able to use the geometry of lining up which wall he's targeting to any buildings behind the wall, so it's really going to come down to luck as to whether he's hitting buildings behind his wall. His ability is super unique. Once it's activated, it will reveal all traps within a 7-tile radius of him. That ability will last 5 seconds, and that means it will reveal all traps including Teslas. Teslas have a 6-tile activation range, so it will give him a 1-tile advantage over the Tesla, so he'll reveal it 1 tile sooner, and you actually get more value out of this ability if he's moving across the map, because it will continue to reveal any traps as he moves around. So what's a hero without a new hero pet? If we do get a new hero at Town Hall 15, we will have to get a pet because we'll need pets for every single hero. But I'm not 100% sure if we're gonna get a new hero and pet at Town Hall 15 because 5 heroes is a lot of heroes to work with. I mean, I have seen people do attacks with like 20 different troops, so there is a possibility you could use 5 heroes, and pets don't really add any other buttons or anything you have to do, they'll just automatically do their thing. So this is my new pet idea. I'm calling him Chimp, which is C-H-I-M-P, kind of like P.E.K.K.A. and Lassie, because he looks like P.E.K.K.A. and Lassie. So this is a robotic monkey, and when his hero is deployed, he will climb onto his hero's back, and he won't actually take any damage while he's on the hero's back. So what's special about Chimp? Well, every 10 seconds, he will pour a micro rage spell onto the hero, which will rage up just that hero for 7 seconds. And then there's a 10-second cooldown, and then he'll pour another rage spell on them, which will last another 7 seconds. So they'll be getting raged up during an attack, which will give them a huge advantage, although there is a bit of luck involved because you don't have control over when your hero will get raged up. But I think this will be a really cool mechanic, and it's definitely going to be unique. The only other hero with something like this is the Barbarian King, because only him and his barbarians get raged up, no other troops will. So I said Chimp doesn't take any damage while he's on the hero's back, so when his hero dies, he'll jump off their back and target the nearest defense and explode on impact, doing a bunch of damage. Think of Yeti Mites. As the Yeti takes damage, the Yeti Mites will jump out, target defenses, and do damage. So once the hero dies, Chimp will start taking damage. He'll have an okay amount of health to help him survive a little bit, but if he takes too much damage, he'll just explode wherever he dies. So I have another idea for a new troop that could come at Town Hall 15 or any Town Hall level. I don't have any concept artwork for the troop or name or anything, but I have this idea that we could have an invisible troop. Think about Sneaky Goblins or the Royal Ghost, but this troop would be invisible until he takes damage. So he could potentially be invisible the entire match, but he will have very low health. So the only way this troop would take damage is from splash damage or setting off traps. Like if he's standing behind a troop that gets hit by a scatter shot, he's gonna get hit and he's gonna be revealed. So his invisibility will also go away if he sets off any traps. So a good strategy against this troop would be putting little bombs on the outside of your base so that he'll trigger them and then he won't be invisible. So then all the defenses will target him and he'll die because he has such low health. He'll also have a high housing space, but not too high, because I think he should still be able to get flung by any spring traps, but it'll be a high risk, high reward troop, because if you don't hit any traps, you could potentially keep him alive the entire match and he'll do a ton of damage, but 1 hit point of damage and he'll be revealed and died pretty much immediately. There are some things you could do, like putting barbarians or maybe wall breakers to kind of trigger any traps and then put the troop down, which might make it a little bit broken. But let me know down in a comment what you think of my new hero, pet, and troop idea. Make sure you're subscribed for more videos like this.